Um, Bear with me just a minute. We'll let this thing get in here, and we'll let some folks hop in, and then we'll get started with it. Because yeah, got some things we need to talk about. Got some things we need to talk about real quick. Some things we gotta get straight. And seeing as how I am in quite the mood tonight, we'll go ahead and get straight right now. Is what we're gonna do. All right. That's what we're gonna do. We'll go ahead and get straight right now. Because it needs to be straightened out right now. So, first off, I'll go ahead and make this announcement. We are canceling the May 7th show at Hadley's Bar and Grill, moving that to October and Halloween. Just got that confirmation this morning. So the May 7th Hadley show has been canceled. So if you're looking for Crossroads at Hadley's on May 7th, don't look for us there. We're not going to be there. Pushing that date back to Halloween that weekend. So just gives us more time, promotional time. It's just something we wanted to do. We want to have the best crowd possible, and that was the best way to do it. So we're doing that. So if you're coming to the Hadley show, just know that that's what we're doing. Secondly, biggest thing, there's been a lot of stuff going around concerning this Strayhorn show with Memphis Championship Wrestling. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of garbage being said about who said what, how the show happened, why Crossroads wasn't used, all this stuff. There's a lot of lying going on back and forth. There's just a lot of back and forth in general. So let me start by saying this. I hope the show does well. I hope the show does well. Because that means that they're making money, the school's making their money, and that they'll get something out of the benefit. Now, why I'm not happy that it's Memphis they chose over us, that's a decision they made. There's nothing I can do about that. My issue does come from people lying about how that decision was made and then throwing my name up in it. So I'm just going to tell you, you've got an issue with me. Big Daddy ain't hard to find. Come talk to me about it, because I will set the record straight. You understand this? I will set the record straight. I ain't got to lie about it. I've got all the messages and the lack of them. So, however y'all want to spin the narrative, people who don't know, you want to know, just ask me. I'll show them to you. I'll show you all the stuff. It's not hard to figure out. I don't care if they decide to go with one company or the other. It doesn't bother me at all. I think it's stupid because I think you're not maximizing your fundraising potential. And you got guys that are on your own place who've been in this community for the last 4 years doing fundraisers and raising money. So, yeah, I'm always going to choose us over everybody else. That's just how it's going to be. That's always going to be that way. But that being said, you make the decision you make out there, and that's fine. But do not lie about it or twist the narrative as to how that decision came about. I was contacted, said, sure, we'd be happy to do it. Let's talk. Let's talk. I said, all right. So talk to you, sir. Let me know when y'all get closer to it. Y'all want to do this. Y'all make this decision. Let me know. Contact us again. Hey, Chad, we're still interested. Great. We're ready. I just need to know the information. Now, at that point, it's not on us to make this thing happen. That is on the people who are doing the fundraising out there. You understand? Right? That is on those people to make that step, because I don't run your fundraising efforts. I don't make the decisions at your school. It's on you guys. So you have to make that effort. You have to reach out to me and say, hey, look, we're ready. Give me some information. Got you. As soon as we got the information, you got the information. That was it. Let me know what you need. My words. Let me know what you need. We'll make it happen. We can make this happen. What I hear after that? Crickets chirping. Crickets chirping. So don't tell me it's one thing when it's not. Again, I hope they do well. Even after having my posters taken down for the Crossroads show in Coldwater, which, by the way, let's set the record straight. That was cemented long before the Strayhorn show was cemented. All right, not afterwards. Not afterwards. Stop lying about that. That is not the case. The Coldwater show was already cemented in. All right. Because we've got too many people wanting to do fundraisers for us to wait on one school who's dragging their feet. It's not even the school. It's the PTO. It's not even the PTO. Right. This is for the band boosters. That's who was dragging their feet on this. All right. It wasn't the school. It wasn't the actual PTO doing it. It was the band boosters who were doing it. And that's fine. But don't sit there and try to claim that we just did that to do something to harm the Strayhorn show. That's not it. We're all bored about helping the community. We stated this many times, and that's a fact. The problem is that the opposite is not true. The opposite of that is not true. So when you're taking down our posters, when you've got the promoter of the other company calling other guys who are helping us promote our show, getting mad at them for us daring to promote our show to help our fundraiser that we're doing in Coldwater, there's a problem there. You want to see where the real villains are at? That's as far as you got to look. It's right there. So when those guys are taking down our posters and going out there and telling other promoters, how dare you promote something that doesn't have anything to do with me. Dude, you're taking money out of this fundraisers pockets right there. That's pretty low down. Now, that's pretty low down. That's who you're doing business with. That's who you're doing business with over there. And that's a personal choice. But don't sit there and let me catch wind of you lying about me, saying things that aren't true. We had 3 conversations, max. Ball was in your court to approach us. After that, I told you, all you got to do is let me know. We'll make it happen. And then you just didn't. And you tried to, and then when the backlash came, you tried to weasel your way back on the outside of that. Now, if you just didn't want to go with us, just say that. That's all you had to say. It's not a big deal. It's the lying I don't like. Just if you make a decision to go with A over B, B over C, that doesn't matter. You want a Domino's or Pizza Hut over CC's, whatever. Just make your choice and say, nah, we decide which is what we want to do. I'm cool with that. I'm all cool with that. Because everybody has a preference. And I'm good with that too. But I don't like liars. I don't like people who lie and try to throw me in there like I'm part of your lie. Don't ever do that. Because I will bust your ass out every time. You understand? This is a fight you don't want to pick. It's a fight you don't want to pick. So go on with your fundraiser. Do the best job you guys can. Get your advertising out there. Because I've seen where my posters were taken down, some were replaced with the other companies that are doing this fundraiser. Now, that's sketchy. Sketchy all day long. But you know what? That's on you guys. That's on you guys. We could have done the same thing, but we're kind of better than that. That ain't how we do things. We look out for our community. We've got wrestlers who have been contacted about being there by the community. Like, well, why aren't y'all there? We thought this was y'all. No. But you know what they're doing? They're still trying to at least support it by donating. That's community building. Even though, and a lot of these people and their families know what's happened with this whole situation. Still, what are they doing? Still donating. They're not tearing down posters. Our guys have been explicitly told, you do not touch them. You don't. Because that's what other people do. Right? That's what low down people do. All right. And that's how these people are making their name. Fine, do it that way. But we ain't doing business that way. That ain't how we do business. We will not do business at Crossroads that way. Period. And if I catch you working for me at Crossroads and you do something like that, you will not work for Crossroads anymore. So you let the little people, and when I'm talking about little, I'm talking about their ego and the personality, the morality. That's what I'm talking about. You let them play dirty pool and tear down flyers and go and call up other promoters and fuss at them for daring to promote our show and help us get the word out to raise money for the community. You let those people do that. That's what they do. They what we do. And for those of you who are putting my name in it, don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you're doing that, that means you don't know me. And I promise you, you don't want to know me like that. You do not want to know me like that. You may think you do. You do not. You do not. So let's get that straight right now. And right now, I'm in no mood to put up with trifling, petty people. So good luck on your fundraiser Saturday night. What time's your bell time? It's 7 o'clock. I'm not really sure. I hadn't seen the flyer. I hadn't really studied it. So good luck with it. I wish y'all the best. I hope you raise money for that school for those kids. Because the kids have nothing to do with this. They just need some money being raised for them. All right. That's what they need. It's a community thing. The community should stand up together and do this thing. Regardless of how it got there, the community should still stand up and support their community. Always about community first. Now, if you got other questions to ask about certain people doing certain things in your community, yeah, that's a conversation you can have. But when it comes down to the kids, it's all about the kids and all about raising money for the kids. Period, folks. So make sure you get out there and do that. So once again, May 7th, Crossroads, we are canceling that show at Hadley's on Winton Road. Moving that to Halloween. The weekend of Halloween, I believe it is when we're doing that. We'll get the date nailed, and that's going to be a big show. We're going to have a lot of stuff involved in that. So I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody's call since the injury happened. Thank you guys for that, by the way. Definitely not feeling my best, so I'm about to go rest. Had to cancel out all my shows for the next couple of weekends, and we'll see what the prognosis is after that. Still lots of swelling for anybody. I have a lot of people asking me about this injury, and a lot of swelling. A lot of people saying, "Oh, is he really injured?" Well, I'll tell you what. You tell me. You tell me. See all the swelling? Look at that. Look at it. Sternum starting to swell too. You can see a little bit in there. So, yes. Injury 100% real. 100% real. But you know what? We get through it. We get on. I'm about to go lay my butt down and get off this thing. Been sitting up a little too long. Everybody, I want to say, everybody who's asked about my daughter, thank you very much. She gave birth late last night, to a healthy 8-pound 4-ounce baby girl. So I'm a grandfather, and I love it. Love every minute of it. Grandpapa Storm. Still got to work on the nickname, right? I'm not sure what the nickname's going to be, but I love it. Love my daughter. Love my son-in-law. Man, they're going to be great parents. Going to be great parents. They are going to be great parents, man. They are awesome. They are awesome. And that baby's as cute as you can be. I'll post pictures later. But thanks, Doug. Appreciate it, buddy. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, you know, I've been waiting on this day for years. Never sure this day would happen. But to be able to be a grandfather, man, that's awesome. Getting to hold that little girl this morning. I cannot wait. Sneezing feels great, doesn't? Oh my Lord, Jack, I'm gonna tell you, it hurts. I feel a little bit of my soul leaving my body every time I sneeze. I start to cough because of swelling. The pressure is so built up so much on my lungs, so it's pushing everything in. So I lose my breath kind of a lot quicker. Man, I tell you. Woo. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's rough. Jay, it's rough. It's rough, but I think the biggest thing that I hate is congratulations on the grandbaby. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it, buddy. She's beautiful, man. She is beautiful. Not a little angel. She is a little angel. I know the feeling. Don't overdo it, buddy, dude. I'm knowing. The worst thing is I've had to cancel out on so many shows, and I was telling Jen this last night. I was like, you look at it. It affected 4 different companies. My injury did, as far as from a talent standpoint, as far as I go, right? Bluff City, Crossroads, OWO, APW, well, 5 really, and MCW, because of all the things that we're doing. There's a lot of different things affected when you get stuck in there, and I apologize to all of those people who, that I'm going to have to personally let down, because I can't. With this injury, I just can't do anything. It's one of those things where, a lot of things I can work my way through because of where the injury is located. This one's such an odd location that we have to be real careful. Danger of pneumonia, all the other stuff that's involved in that. So, it's just, and I hate that because we have such great things happening right now with Bluff, with MCW, with APW, with OWO. I mean, I cannot tell you. I wrestle, 3 to 4 times a weekend, and it changes up a lot of plans. Is all I can tell you. It changes up a lot of things, and I hate that. Bugs me to no end. Bugs me to no end that that we have that we can't. I can't do it, and it's tough. It's tough because you never want to be in that position to where you can't do the thing that you love to do and that you work hard at. And whether you like me or not personally, um, you can't deny how hard we work in making these things happen and getting the job done and going out here doing things. Hey Terry, how's it going? Angel, thank you so much. But yeah, so it's been an interesting week. But again, as bad as I feel about the injury, having to cancel the shows, having a granddaughter now, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's the best thing. She's gonna be so spoiled. So spoiled. And watching my daughter and my son-in-law for that matter, just dote over this baby and every little thing that she does. Just the time we got to spend this morning because we were there early and I just got home. And getting to see that, see how they interact with her, that's the most precious thing. Seeing your kids have their own kids and watching that and remembering how you were with your children when they were born it is amazing. It's kind of mind blowing, really, when you think about it. It is. It's mind blowing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. So what does this mean for Bluff City, for MCW? I'll tell you what it means. It means don't blink. All right. It means that just because this injury happened doesn't mean that you know what's about to happen. It certainly doesn't mean that just because I can't wrestle in that ring, that differences won't be made, that decisions won't be made, that pain won't still be dished out because it will. Because it will. It's going to happen. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. Speaking of pain, pain's getting to me. I got to go take care of this stuff real quick. Talk to y'all later. Have a good weekend. Talk to you.